okay, she says, belatedly. I don't know. Nope. Come on. Come on. Hmm. I take my potassium and my magnesium. Magnesium, he said. He said non-affectionately. He said sardonically. He yelled. He quipped. He groaned. He growled. He did a little break dance. Oh wait, no, that's not right. This song is called In My Yard. Good Friday. Hope you having a nice day. I am. I hope you are also having a nice day. I went out for some breakfast with my lunch. Some breakfast with my wife this morning. French toast, delicious. And I have like one, two, three, four, five, six, five short stories pulled that I've started that I need to write. I'm like, you know what? Let me just open 5 documents and just start. See what happens. My goal is 500 words on each today. Are you a writer? What are you working on? What are you doing on this glorious Friday? 79 degrees here in Jacksonville, Florida. Where is my phone? Left my phone in the room. Dag nabbit. All right, all right. I'm going to move to the next story now. Why not? Ugh. Okay, okay, okay. Getting there, I'm getting there. I want to remind everybody to subscribe or resubscribe here on Twitch and also to follow me on YouTube. I am I'm at 333 followers there, subscribers. So I'm literally a third of the way there. So I need your help. There's Mr. Frank. Here, I don't have to be in last place all the time. I mean, you still are, but you don't have to be. Hope you're having a fine, fine day. I'm getting some writing in on various short stories today. I got 5 of them pulled up. 5 of them, 4 of them brand new started today. I already wrote a flash fiction piece. So, moving right along. Didn't didn't figure you as a flash fiction kind of guy. Oh yeah, 100%. I'm a flash fiction guy. I'm a short story guy. I'm a novella guy. I'm a novel guy. I'm all that. I'm all those guys. Yeah, the last couple of stories that I've shared on Facebook have been flash fiction pieces. I like it. I like them saying you have no more than 1,000 words, or you have. My favorite is you have a drabble is you have exactly 100 words, not including the title. You have to write a story. I like that. I read a few. I can't remember you writing flash before. I've written it here and there. Um, I used to write it a lot, like 30 years ago. I used to love doing flash fiction. Then I got away for it as I started writing longer and longer pieces. But I've kind of gotten back into it. I like it. I like the challenge. I just wrote a piece, a crime thriller piece. That's not due till the 15th. But I was like, you know what? I see it's up there. It's another punk noir one. I've had like 3 flash fiction pieces in them in like the last 6 7 months. So I'm gonna keep doing them. Anytime I see anything pop up on Duotrope that's flash fiction, I want to give it a shot. One of the things I'm writing today is like a up to 1,500 word, and I think the other one, the one I've completed was I wrote 748 words. It was no more than 1,000, and then there's a 200, no more than 200 word one. I've written a few dozen or so. I never really enjoy the outcome. Really, I'm It took me a long time to realize that it's not writing a scene; it's writing a story. A lot of times I'll write it and I'll be like, oh, I'm at 280 words, so now I got to cut 80 words. So it really helps with the tightening my prose. Like I know I'm like, all right, I'm getting to the end here, and I really haven't even gotten to it. So let's cut all this bullshit. First 50 words makes no sense here, kind of thing. So my goal today is writing 500 600 words each on these, 5 stories. That's the goal. I like writing 2 sentence stories more than flash. Those are fun. Those are also fun. My favorite two sentence story is Frank Edler was missing his thumb. I found it up my butt. That's a great one, man. I think I've won awards for that one. I like writing 50 chapter stories. That's my favorite. Did everyone think you did the season finale? What do you mean? What season finale? Two Twitch days and no regulars. I don't know what's going on. Now I the other day when I was on YouTube Live and nobody showed up, but now it looks like I have like 7 people watched it. But even here, like right now it says I have 4 viewers. I had somebody popped in and was very nice. I don't know if they're still here. They popped in, said a couple things, and then I don't know what happened, and then I don't know where everybody else is. It's basically it's at this point I'm doing this shit for me, and occasionally I hope that Frank pops in or somebody. Yeah, very nice person. This morning we had to drop the Dodge Challenger off to get the oil changed. My wife is like, "Why don't you follow me up there in the truck? I'll drop the car off to get an oil change. They take like an hour and a half. When you go to get your oil change, Frank, how long does it normally take? Does it take 2 hours? Because it took 2 hours for me the other day, and now they said, oh, like an hour and a half it'll take, and it was like $100 for an oil change. Anyway, and we were like, we're gonna go to breakfast. We're gonna go to the Pig, which is the barbecue place right across the street. Exactly, right? At Tire Outlet, which is where we used to go all the time, the one near us. But then they got really busy because now they're doing all the oil changes and stuff for the Amazon squad. So there's 400 Amazon cars. And you got to make an appointment for like a month from now. So we started going to one of the other tire outlets out in Callahan because they have brand new 7 bays, beautiful, and they just take forever. Right? Exactly. We get there at like 8:30 to drop, and she's like, "Listen, I need my car back by like 10:15." He's like, "Oh, I don't know if we can do that." She's like, "That's almost 2 hours." Like, yeah, we need like an hour and a half. She's like, are you crazy? Yeah, we have a Jiffy Lube. I don't really trust that fast in and out thing. And more importantly, neither does Shelly, and she's the one who handles most of that. In fact, you got to watch my coffee of the day today because you are mentioned, Mr. Frank. Went and had a cup of coffee, had some French toast, some sausage links, scrambled eggs. It's a pretty good breakfast. Yesterday, as you know if you were here watching me on YouTube Live, I opened all the windows. It was nice yesterday. It was in the 70s yesterday. I've used Jiffy Lube all my life, not exclusively but regularly. Yeah, there's one over here. The problem is we would always go to the tire outlet. We used to go to Rainbow Tire in Callahan. Her parents her entire family had gone there for like 40 years, 50 years. And those people were great. And there was a chubby blonde behind the counter, and she flirted with me. And she was young too. She flirted with me every time. Even my daughter was like, "Holy crap, she is definitely flirting with you." I'm like, yeah. She's like, What do you do Friday night? We all go to this whatever place, and we all, you know, do the cowboy two step or whatever. You should come out. It's really fun. Yeah, I'm married, but then that place closed. So then we found this other place, which is closer. It's like half the distance, but and they were great. We would be in and out in like half an hour, you know. And but then they just got so busy with these Amazon trucks. So it's like, yeah, you can't just drive it up here anymore and just get your oil change. Chubby blonde, you need not finish the story. I know how it ends. And so then we started taking. We're like, well, let's go to the other one, the brand new one, out past your mom's house. But it's $100 and it's 2 hours. So literally, it took them 2 hours, a little over 2 hours to get it in. And there was, he's like, I don't, I got a lot of appointments today. And she's like, it's 8:30. You opened at 8. There's 2 cars in the bay, and you got 3 guys standing out there. Shelley ain't gonna take any shit. We'll get to, we'll try, we'll do our best. Fucking idiots. Oh, do you want the tires rotated? She's like, yeah, that's part of the oil change. Then she looked at Bill. She's like, you better not have charged me for that, but he didn't. But it still costs $100. Tires rotated. Rotate the tires. And he's like, this couple of the ones in the back are a little low, and this is you should. She's like, I don't want anything else, so just let me leave. What he really want to say is, it's Friday and we were planning on fucking off and drinking today. Pretty much, yeah. Pretty much. Although I did go on a Tuesday, and they were fucking around then too. So Wednesday, I went Wednesday. I'm like, well, hopefully we won't need an oil change on either vehicle for I don't know, several weeks. It's annoying. But yesterday, I have all the windows open. It's gorgeous out. Nice breeze. It starts raining. I leave the windows up front, open a crack to get some breeze. The back windows on the patio are wide open. Cats are loving it. I'm loving it. Watch some baseball games. That fucking kid for the Yankees was brilliant. I got to give it to him. I got to give a hand to him. He kicked the crap out of my Red Sox. But I didn't even think that we were even going to get to the playoffs this year. So I'm happy for that. Good luck with the Blue Jays. Actually, good luck with the Dodgers. Anybody playing the Dodgers this year, I think, is going to lose. That being said, both Sox were beat by a ball. Yeah, exactly right. He's like, we're all from here, but now all my family are Yankee fans. I'm like, well, then they weren't really fans to begin with. Then you can't just change, because if my kid was like pitching for the Yankees, I'd be like, well, all right, good luck facing 28 teams. That 29 teams, the Red Sox, I hope they kick the shit out of you. I think the Yankees got a good shot of beating Toronto. I just don't think anybody's going to beat the Dodgers, and I think the Phillies are tough if they can get their shit together. National League definitely this year, like in previous years, definitely have the better put together for the playoff teams. As much as I love the Tigers because of my dad, and I hope they move, I don't think the Tigers or the Mariners are really going to do much of anything. I would love to see the Mariners in it, though. I love to see the Mariners. I don't like the Cubs because they've won it already. I don't like the Dodgers. I guess the Phillies. I don't know. Who can say? I think Boston could have beat. Oh, I think we definitely. Whoever, Yankees or Red Sox, whichever team won, I think can beat Toronto. And I think it will go to, what is this, best of 5? It'll go to 5. That's my prediction. Just making that prediction. So it's like it's raining really hard last night, so I shut all the windows, turn the air on, sit down on the couch, relaxing, watching the Red Sox game. And then I'm like, why is it so hot in here? And I get up and I'm like, it's 82 degrees. Oh, the thing is out. The what do you call it? Is out. The air conditioning. So I call my wife and I said the air conditioning is out. She's like, I'll put in a ticket. So it was fucking hot as hell. But Yanks can beat Tigers, but not Seattle. You might be right on that one too. You might be right on that. Tigers definitely came back down to earth. I'm glad at least they beat the Indians. I'm not calling them the Guardians. That's stupid. I'm glad they beat the Indians. I never liked the Indians. I would like to see Seattle move up just because they've never really done much of anything. And so after breakfast this morning, I drove home because then the guys came to fix the air conditioning. Thank God. So now it's nice in here again. But I was like all sweaty. We bought my stand-up fan in the room. We thought was broken, so she ordered a brand new fan. And then she basically was like, "There's some dust in here," and she blew it out. And I'm like, "Well, don't we hire somebody to clean? Shouldn't that person have dusted the fan?" So then the fan worked, so we never had to open the other fan. So last night we busted out the new fan, which is like it looks like a robot. It's like a foot taller than the other fan, and it has like a remote control and 57 has more buttons on the fan than on my remote control for the television. Crazy. But I had both of those blasting on me last night, and I was fine, a little sweaty. If and when the Yanks are out, I'll pull for the Brew Crew just so I can talk about Robin Yount, unironically. There's Nick, Robin Yount. Also, doesn't Robin Yount sound like the name of the guys who played bass on Yngwie's studio albums? Yes. I was watching I don't know which video I was watching, not the Science Meets Guitar guy, but another one. I can't even think of what band it is. But the guy doing the narration, you can tell he's reading off of an AI script, I'm sure. And he says, oh, and then he also played with whatever band N.Y. Yngwie, Malmsteen. I'm like, why Yngwie? Like, do you don't really listen to music? Yeah, look at it says to participate. Finally, Nick Zinn comes in. You already missed. I already hit a page. I'm about to hit another one. Robin Yount and Dynamite are the only things that perk him up. Yeah, there was a cheese truck accident on the highway and chaos ensued. Cheese everywhere! I'd like to see the Brewers. I'd like to see the Mariners Brewers. That's how I'd like to see. Next page, Nixon! Next fucking page! Sorry. My phone's in the other room. I just realized. Son of a bitch. If you're trying to call me, it's too bad. Ugh. No baseball tonight, which is going to be weird. I want to go to that Big Al's cheesesteak place though tonight. Maybe I'll convince my wife. So I wore my new WWE shirt, Monday Night Raw shirt, yesterday, and I was like, this morning I'm like, I didn't really go anywhere. I'm just gonna slap this on with my camouflage shorts. We're gonna go to breakfast this morning, which we did. While we're in there, the old lady waitress come up and she's like, she starts poking at me, and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? She's like, The Rock. That's my guy. That's my guy right there. I was kind of, oh, okay. And she started talking wrestling with me. My wife was laughing. She's like, I mean, I remember I was watching some movie the other day and Triple H was in it. He was so young, he had hair. And I said, oh, yeah. I think whatever shitty movie you're watching that Triple H was in, you probably shouldn't have been watching. That's my answer to that. It's kind of funny. I want to remind everybody to subscribe or resubscribe and also to follow me on YouTube. I should just record that and just every now and then just play it. I got nothing to drink either. Oh, this is just a day. Between watching games yesterday, I did watch the new Expedition X. They were looking for the Chupacabra in Texas. They were chasing something, but no definitive. Like, oh look, it is a Chupacabra. A cheese in Wisconsin. That's kind of weird, but I guess. Yesterday for lunch, I made cheeseburgers, and you know what I did? I added 2 slices of bacon onto each one. So, bacon cheeseburgers. I wasn't going to put mushroom on. I was like, that's just too much. I don't want to fly too close to the sun. And I was lazy. I didn't want to drain the mushrooms. I tell my wife this much. She's like, what did you make for dinner last night? And I'm like, bacon cheeseburger. I had it for dinner last night. Bacon cheese. She's like, did you use my bacon? I'm like, what do you mean your bacon? She's like, Tom and Jess bought me bacon for my birthday. Some kind of magical bacon. I'm like, I don't know. It was just fucking bacon. I used 4 pieces of bacon. There's like 30 of them in there. That almost as crazy as a spaghetti truck crashing in Italy, right? Or lumpia truck crashing in the Philippines. Right. Or General Tso's chicken truck crashing in Japan or China. Or a buy truck crashing in Iowa. Exactly. all insanity. Oh, good times. Ah, good times. We're on chapter 48 of 50 on Dine Days Patient Zero. Who can say? I will not be on tomorrow, obviously, because I'm doing that Panthers versus Plotters thing for the Clay County Writers Group. And then also, it's my daughter's birthday on Sunday, so Saturday tomorrow night we're taking her to dinner. Because Sunday she's going to the Halloween Horror Nights thing with her boyfriend. Yeah, pants versus socks. And on Saturday the 18th, Gabino Iglesias will be in town for a literary chat at the library. That when I talked to the people who run the thing months ago, I said, I'm after I did the baseball talk, I was like, I said, if you ever need me to do like, you need somebody to talk or you need somebody to interview, and they were like, yeah, we'll put you down. They were like, oh, they named some of the people coming up, and then when they said Gabino, I said, I know Gabino. They go, oh, maybe we'll put you in for that one. I said, that would be great. But then I heard nothing, and then I just got an update this morning. The reminder he's going to be in town on the 18th, and it just didn't have anybody interviewing him. It basically just said he's in town being interviewed. Like, what the hell? We can wait till the last minute, and then I got to come up with some fucking questions for this guy. First question, Gabino. If I don't say anything online, does that make me part of the problem? To kick your ass? Oh, $9 says he cancels. $9? Who plays with that kind of money? I don't have that kind of cash on me. No, he's actually been doing a little tour of his latest book, so he will likely be here. Gambino, I like Gambino, is like the Vinnie Vincent of horror. Wow, that's pretty harsh. I'm gonna tell him you said that, and then he's gonna kick your ass. Hmm. He probably will kick your ass anyway. He probably doesn't really even need an excuse to kick your ass. He's probably just gonna do it. I don't want to write anymore. To be honest with you, I mean not forever. Like I will write again, but I don't want to write anymore. Like right now, today. So I think I better wrap this up. My son is he will punch you even if you're silent. Yeah, I think if you're silent, he's gonna beat you up. If you're against him, he's gonna beat you up. If you're with him, he'll beat you up just to set an example for the rest of the people. You really can't win. I mean, you can't win. Dealing with him is like dealing with an overturned cheese truck in Wisconsin. You know what I'm saying? You see the parallel? Here's my dilemma. My dilemma. My wife is at the doctor's. She took her aunt has a couple of doctor's appointments today. Between the doctor's appointments, she's supposed to come back to pick up the dog, or to change the dog, because the dog's been here since 8 o'clock this morning, and her diaper needs to be changed. And I sure as hell ain't gonna do it. In fact, she was lying in her bed in the living room, and I went in with a couple of treats, a couple of sausages, or whatever they call them. Puppy something or others. And I was like, hey, come on, let's go in the room, because I saw the truck pull up. And she would have moved, so I just picked her up in the bed, brought her in, put her down, threw the treats in the thing, closed the door. She didn't bark once. She had no idea these two guys were in the house. But she probably needs to be changed. So I don't want to be like taking a nap when my wife gets home. You know what I'm saying? I want to look like I'm busy. I'm hoping my wife messages like, all right, we're on our way, and I'm like, all right, let me get up and act like I'm doing something. That being said, I have no plans on Sunday. Or as Tone Loc says, I have no plans with a man. Grab the feather duster right quick. I know, right? She was mad at me last night because she came home from her mom's late, and I was on the couch and sweaty, and Red Sox lost, and I didn't do the dishes, and so she starts banging around in the kitchen. I'm like, I'll do that tomorrow. She's like, nope, I'll do it. And then she started moving stuff around. I'm like, great, now she's got to clean the whole house because I'm an asshole and I didn't do the dishes. It's the 80s, and I'm down with the ladies. Yep, exactly. Two great lines of so many great Tone Loc lines. I wish we had been paying more attention to Tone Loc back in the day, because he had a lot of wisdom. A lot of wisdom. Which leads me to deduce in the 90s he was down with the wiener. It doesn't rhyme, but he was growing as an artist. Yeah. Is it like the pansexual formerly known as Tone Loc? You know what I'm saying? We don't know. I wonder what he's doing. Like, what do you think Tone Loc is doing right now? If I had my phone, I would look it up, and they would say nothing. It would literally, the whole thing would be nothing. I'm going to Pete talking about trips. Actually, I'm going to hang up right now. Did he die? I don't know if he died. Well, you know, we'll save that for Monday. Monday, that'll be the question of Monday. Pansexual Formula One, yes, is my favorite racing. I love pansexual Formula One. All right, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with me on this positive Friday. Nothing but positivity coming out of my damn mouth. I'll see everybody on Monday.